Never back down, never what? Never give up. Which is, it's a great saying. Like, I genuinely hope you never give up. You never stop trying. But something people also don't seem to understand is that sometimes backing off is not a weakness. Here's why. Uh, Sometimes in life, when you're trying to achieve something, you start to think like, okay, if I do this, and this at the same time, that means I will succeed faster. Now, in a sense, in some things with some nuance, for some people that might be the case. Like, some people are actually good at doing multiple things at once, but multitasking is not for everyone at all, and you have to understand that sometimes it's just your greed and pride that make you think that you should keep adding things, and that if you do that, you will get to where you want faster, which isn't always the case. And the next reason why is that sometimes, even instead of multitasking or with it, you will start speeding up, which means that, man, if only I completed my things faster, if only I did this and this, then I would be where I want to be faster. For me personally, speeding up is shit, because I would speed up and I would crash. I would speed up and I would crash. Every time I think about achieving things faster, so for example, if I want to lose weight, I always think about forcing myself to move more or eat less, which would technically get me there faster, but I would end up crashing, because when you speed up, you lose the true sense of what is really happening around you. Next thing is that uh, something like tunnel vision is kind of a loop regarding this multitasking and speeding, since what happens there is, you only see your goal at the end of the tunnel, and whatever is in front of you legit does not matter, since you are gonna try to go to the end of the tunnel as good and as fast and as hard as you possibly can, which is fine. But like, when you only have tunnel vision, like, that's sometimes the source of you multitasking and spinning up for no reason. Alright, so what I meant by saying that backing off is not a weakness is that you don't need to do multiple things at once, and you don't need to rush. Slowing down actually provides patience, thought, and precision. It provides patience, because even though you know that the path is long and hard, you're still trying to do things to make it faster, which it's still slow. So be patient. By doing things like, by doing unnecessary things, you're not learning, you're not teaching yourself patience. It also provides thought, because when you slow things down, your mind can actually be caught up with everything that is happening around, and it can just actually generate more useful thoughts. And same thing with precision. The less things you have to do, the slower you take it, the more precise it's gonna be, meaning that you should always prioritize quality over quantity. If you do 10 sets of bench press and one workout, how much is that is actually gonna help you grow? But if you actually prioritize like four sets, like four hard sets, to control to failure, whatever, you're essentially doing less, but you're doing more at the same time. If you catch my drift, you see, backing off, it sounds like you're winning, but in reality, you're training your patience and humility, and you're seeing the true view of what of how things work around you and how you work. When you're spinning up, you're gonna miss a lot of things, and when you're constantly spinning up and not focusing on what actually matters, you're essentially very prone to making the same mistakes over and over, since, like I said, slowing down provides thought. Okay? Nature does nothing in haste. A tree grows slow but ends up standing mighty.